He's averaging 31 points a game. The 63 that he scored the most in the first two finals games in his career. The only other times he scored 60 or more heading into game 3 of the finals back in 17 and 18. The Warriors won both those years, but KD wound up being the MVP in both of those finals. And so let me bring Windy in here for the first, because he and I were talking about this on the phone earlier this morning. Do you believe we have seen the best of Steph Curry so far in this series?
I don't, and that should be kind of worrisome for the Celtics. I think Steph has played well, but I don't think he's played great yet. And if he plays a great game, he's going to carry the Warriors to a win. The Celtics have elected to just not get up on him on those pick and rolls. And I mean, that's a strategic decision. They're a great defense. They know what they're doing. But Al Horford and Robert Williams have just stayed back, and he has been very comfortable coming off of them. In fact, in the third quarter of that game, in Game 2, they pretty much went exclusively to Steph Curry high pick and rolls because they were so, pleased with the way the Celtics were defending it. And so the door is open, if they keep defending it that way, for Steph to have a truly great game. He was 5 of 12 on threes in Game 2. That's great for a finals game, but that's an average game for Steph Curry.
What do you think, JJ? What is your expectation, somewhat specifically, for the great Steph Curry tonight?
I think the Celtics at this point have no choice but to change their pick and roll coverage. Steph is averaging 1.7 points per possession on that drop coverage. So look for more switches, look for more traps. Of course, that opens things up for everybody else. 4-on-3 on the backside as Steph throws it back. The one point I want to make about Steph is, we think of him as this great three-point shooter. We think of him as this guy who moves off the ball so well. He leads all players in the playoffs in points per possession in ISOs, and for the season, he was 96th percentile in ISOs. We've seen a number of times on switches, just being able to break down the defense and get buckets at will. He's unbelievable at age 34. And 6'3" as a guard, to be still at the peak of his powers. It is remarkable, Grant.
Well, I mean, look at the company he's keeping at his age in there. It's Michael, it's LeBron, and it's Steph Curry for what he is doing. So just to give the fans something specific to watch for as they get set to watch tonight's Game 3 on ABC, you're saying you expect him to be covered differently, which would lead to him shooting less, which would lead to him finding more opportunities for guys like Klay or Jordan Poole or Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah, I don't know that you want to go to a full blitz, because the Warriors have seen that so much. And Draymond Green as a screener, or Kevon Looney even at times as a screener and then a roller into that short roll. They are so good at making plays out of that. The one thing the Warriors do better than anyone is in that short roll against a trap. On the weak side, there's two guys. They cut from the corner. They back cut out of that, which leaves that low guy, that X-man, having to make a difficult decision. Do I give up the layup or do I give up an open three? They've seen it so many times. So I expect more switching, or just the big being all the way up in pick and roll. And then all of a sudden, Steph's got to make decisions about what to do.
All right, should be very interesting to see how they go about it. In the meantime, that brings us to Klay Thompson, who has really struggled in these first two games of this series, so much so that he says he has taken to watching YouTube videos to try and turn it around. Listen.
That's the beauty of playing in today's age, is you can go on YouTube and you can look up all your great moments. And gosh, I'll probably just YouTube Game 6 Klay, because there's some very high pressurized situations I was in, and I ended up shooting the ball well. And when you can do it, when your back's against the wall, you know you can do it at any given moment.
What do you think of that? I mean, you were a great shooter yourself. I mean, he may be, he's one of the 3 or 4 greatest shooters that ever lived. But if you're in a shooting slump, do you just YouTube great J.J. Redick moments?
Oh, I absolutely did. I mean, I think most players do this, even when we're not in a slump, but certainly in a slump. It's just that visual reminder, that affirmation that, oh yeah, I can make shots. You know, Rory McIlroy has this great quote. It says, when you're playing bad, you feel like you're so far away from playing well. But then once you start playing well, you realize, oh, I wasn't that far away. All it takes is 1 quarter for Klay Thompson, a half for Klay Thompson, and all of a sudden, he's the guy that we've seen throughout his career.
Sometimes it almost feels like you just need one to go in, and then the floodgates open. I'm in the arena for these games now, so I see the body language. He looks to me like he's pressing. I'm not the expert on this that you are. He looks to me like it is getting, that he is very frustrated that these these shots he feels are good when they leave his hands are not going in.
I thought at times throughout this year and even in this playoffs, he has pressed at times. He's so competitive. He wants so bad to get back to the form that he had prior to his leg injuries. And despite pressing, he still had a great season. 20 points a game, over 39% from three. He's done that throughout the playoffs. But yeah, I think the body language is there. And that's any great offensive player. When you're missing shots that you feel like you should make, that weighs on you.
Hey, look, it's worth a reminder. This is a guy coming back from not one but two career-threatening injuries almost simultaneously. So the fact that he's out there doing anything is remarkable. Windy, how about it? How about Klay tonight?
Well, I love this because, number one, Klay is a guy who we think is completely unaffected. He's always chill, but he's showing us he's like the swan who's fighting underneath the water. Even he doubts himself. But he doesn't have to go back to Game 6, 2016. He can go back to 2 weeks ago, Game 5, Klay, against the Dallas Mavericks in the closeout game. He had 32 points, shot the ball great there. But there's no doubt that they're going to need him. And it's one of the reasons why Steve Kerr left him in the last 5 or 6 minutes of that blowout in Game 2. They were trying to get him to get going. But I will say one more thing. This was amusing to a lot of people yesterday that he admitted to this, certainly to all of us in the media. And then when Draymond Green got asked about it, this wide smile broke out his face, and he said, if we'd have known about it, we would have made fun of him. But I respect it.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.